Series with first place smiles. And welcome to Petco Park as San Diego welcomes back the Padres, a 4-2 road trip. And they begin tonight a 4-game series entertaining the Brewers from Milwaukee, the hard-hitting Brewers. And hello, everyone. Dick Enberg along with Mark Grant. You come home. So what's cooking at home? Well, what's cooking is a current 6-game winning streak for the San Diego Padres and the fact they are still in first place, 1 game ahead of San Francisco. Now, what's brewing for Milwaukee and a beer barrel offense. They can roll out the barrels.
And the gang's all here with the Milwaukee Brewers. There's no doubt about that. We look at the firepower. Ryan Braun, he's got pop. And then, of course, remember that first baseman that the Milwaukee Brewers have? Oh, yeah, Ryan Braun's in left field. But Prince Fielder, the first baseman, he can lay into one also. These are guys that have power to all fields. I mean, Fielder can pull the ball. But you make a mistake, and they will make you pay. They can score some runs with the best of them. Look at this. Why do they lead this season in runs in the National League? Well, they lead in hits. They lead in doubles. They're second in home runs. They're first in RBIs. And that's a great combination. This is a team that scored 20 runs, 20 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. What did they do the next night? They only scored 17. Will the pitchers hold up their end of the bargain for the Milwaukee Brewers? They might score 8, but their pitching staff will probably give up 9.
They put up the kind of numbers that the team up the road, the Green Bay Packers, you expect to see 20s and 17s. Well, the pitcher that will try to halt that kind of octane power from Milwaukee is the young left-hander Wade LeBlanc. We could call him LeBlanc because in the 11 innings, 10 of those innings have been blanks.
And he has been pitching great since last year. What he did last year was pitching off his fastball, hitting his spots, and then going to the breaking stuff. That's why Wade LeBlanc has been so awesome. 4-0 record. He's got a 1.72 ERA and 8 starts dating back to September 2009. He's not going to light up any radar guns, but rather than last year, trying to nitpick here, trying to hit the corners with his changeup, he's getting ahead and hitting his spots with his fastball. And then the hitters know that, you know what, we've got no choice. Swing at that changeup because it looks like a fastball. He's thrown the ball extremely well.
And watch out when you're on first base with LeBlanc on the mound. He's got one of the better pickoff moves, and that's getting around the National League in a hurry. So let's take a look at our pitching matchup for this opening game of the series. It'll be Doug Davis, the veteran, slow-working veteran. He's off to a slow start with those numbers. Against lefty Wade LeBlanc, looks for a second win tonight with a sparkling 0.82 ERA on our pitching matchup. Brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. So on a cool and windy night, this 4-game series begins. Wade LeBlanc heating up. A tough Brewer lineup waits. And the closed captioning brought to you by Corky's, home of the free photo termite inspection. See proof of your termite problem with your own eyes. Call Corky's, 1-800-901-1102. Wade LeBlanc, 25 years young, 6'3", 202 pounds. Makes his home in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the LSU Tigers, although he played for the University of Alabama. And ready to go to work, Ricky Weeks leads it off. And that pitch just misses at 88.
Well, we've got a cold one tonight, Mr. Enberg. 62 degrees at first pitch.
And with the wind factor, the chill is about 50 degrees. So could well be a pitcher's night. LeBlanc falls behind Weeks 2-0. He showed incredible power in batting practice. There's a high strike.
There were a handful of guys putting the ball into that second deck in left field underneath the jumbotron.
I mean, 3 or 4 rows up above the aisle in left field in batting practice. So you don't see that often. And Weeks is one of them. I saw him hit 2 of them up there. There's strike 2. He's batting .267 with 3 home runs and leading the team in walks with 14. Now that's what you want from your leadoff hitter.
Oh, she's all set. Oh yeah.
High and a full count. Carlos Gomez, the center fielder, will bat next. Swung on and missed. Oh, had a good break to that 3-2 pitch. Let's take a look at the Ken Macha lineup against the Padres tonight. Weeks, Gomez hit second. Ryan Braun, what a hitter. Prince Fielder, power plus. Corey Hart. Craig Counsell playing third base tonight. Alcides Escobar at shortstop, bat 7th. George Kataris, the catcher, and the pitcher, Doug Davis. Ryan Braun leading in just about every category. There's Macha in his second year as the Brewers skipper. Most interesting man. Rip, but foul down the left field line. You better have a glove with you tonight if you're going to field that one.
I mean, just by looking at that swing and that pitch that Carlos Gomez just swung at, you know that he likes the high fastball. So I think this is a perfect opportunity for Wade LeBlanc to utilize that changeup to everybody that likes to swing that bat.
Then he squares as if he's going to beat out a bunt, and he's surprised at the call that was a strike. 1-2, a fastball. He has speed, does Gomez. Tied for the club lead in stolen bases with 6. Pecks that one foul. Back of the dugout of the Padres, and it rolls right through some hands out onto the field.
If you can feel your fingers in the stands, you're pretty lucky. You got to warm those puppies up if a foul ball is coming your way tonight.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Just off the outside edge with a changeup.
Here's where you come with that fastball in the inner half of the plate. Buzz him.
Popped up back of the plate and out of play. Came back with the fastball.
Tried to get it in there.
Well, the Padres have won 4 consecutive series, 10 of their last 12 games, 6 in a row here at home. Another foul back into the crowd. Milwaukee, they've won 4 in a row on the road after a 1-5 homestand and some tough losses. They're kind of eager to get in another park, and that's Gomez sending one into the left field corner. Blanks will play it off the wall and into second, and turning strongly is Gomez with a solid double. Let's take a look at the Padres defensive lineup, brought to you by Tiger Turf. Tiger up your lawn with Tiger Turf, the world's best-selling synthetic turf. Visit mytigerturf.com today. There you see the lineup, which includes Oscar Salazar in right field tonight, Scott Hairston in center, and Blanks in left.
Getting those righties in that lineup against the soft-tossing Doug Davis. There's another guy who likes to swing that bat.
Ryan Braun hitting .349, 5 home runs, 20 runs driven in, among the leaders in the National League, almost every offensive category. Batting .478 with runners in scoring position. Two-time Silver Slugger Award winner. Last year won that prize, hitting .320, 32 home runs, 114 runs batted in.
You know, Tony Gwynn, the Hall of Famer, always mentions consistency. That's the one thing he wanted throughout his career, to be consistent. In 3 seasons, this kid's averaging 34 home runs, 105
RBIs. It's a pickoff move. That was close. They got him. David Eckstein slipping in, and they caught Gomez leaning toward third, and then Eckstein apologizing. He smacked him pretty hard with the tag.
Got him up around the tricep area, bicep area, gets the tag there before his hand gets in. Oh, he gets a mouthful of David Eckstein's shin. But you know what, though? You have a right as a fielder to block that bag like that. Great play by Wade LeBlanc and David Eckstein.
Boy, LeBlanc, there's a line drive into left field. Ryan Braun, he backs up Gomez with a similar shot, and he's into second base with a double. And that pickoff move has saved LeBlanc a run.
Well, the Padre pitchers, the left-handers, have done a nice job of picking themselves up and picking off runners, whether it's the first move.
Gomez blinking his eyes after taking that hard tag. Well, LeBlanc on the road trip showed that you better beware on the bases. He's not afraid to throw, especially over to first. Here's last Saturday. Had a couple of pickoffs. Just a little head fake. And easy pickoff. Phillips taken care of, and here's another.
That is so huge when a pitcher can do that, not have to worry about getting the hitter out at the plate.
Prince Fielder, first ball swinging, a high fly to left field. Blanks takes care of it. LeBlanc ducks problems in the opening inning. A couple of doubles, but no runs for Milwaukee. This SAP broadcast is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Try the Big Country Breakfast Burrito with eggs, hash browns, and savory sausage gravy. So LeBlanc using the pickoff move ducks trouble in the top half of the inning as doubles by Gomez and Braun are wasted. And here's Doug Davis going to work, the left-hander. Even his motion is slow. Jerry Hairston starts things at 217. Davis has had great success against the Padres in his career. He's 10-3, 2-0 here at Petco. almost lulls you to sleep with that slow motion.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. He does a nice job of just hanging over the rubber for a long period of time, and hitters can get jumpy, get a little bit out in front.
Fouled out of play. Don't you think that's why Buddy Black has so many veterans in the lineup tonight?
I think so. They, you can watch all the video you want on a pitcher. You don't know the real test until you stand in that batter's box. And I'm sure these guys in this lineup, the veteran presence in this Padre lineup tonight, is one of the things that Bud Black was thinking about.
Davis from the Sacramento area, college ball in the Bay Area. Looper out over second, base hit. And Jerry Hairston starts things for the Padres. Let's take a look at that Padre lineup, brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. A lot of experience in that lineup. Hairston, Eckstein, Gonzalez, Chase Headley, Scott Hairston at center field, bats fifth. Kyle Blanks, the youngster, in left. Oscar Salazar, another veteran. Yorvi Torrealba, some grizzled guys for Buddy Black tonight. Eckstein 0-2 yesterday in a 4-1 game, and he just gets the pitch he wants and rifles it over the bag at third, cleans the bases, scores on Gonzalez's single to follow, and the Padres had a great steal. They stole a win yesterday.
That was a huge victory for the club. And the more wins you get in April, don't have to worry about winning games in September. It's, like I said, it was an early game. It was hot. The club could have, packed it in after being down 4-0, but they battled. They battled hard.
Way upstairs, 84 miles an hour. And because of the slow delivery, even an 84-mile-an-hour pitch seemed to have more velocity. Eckstein raising his average to 274. Had a terrific road trip. It hit him. Just nicked the uniform, and he's pretty good at that, too. So a single and a hit batsman, and it's the Padres now with a chance early.
It's a big breaking ball, and Eck just stands in there. Does he make an effort to get out of the way? Well, maybe a little bit. So they will award him first base.
You're going to throw that kind of slow curveball. I just might happen to have trouble getting back out of the way. That's a veteran move. So 2 on, no one out for Adrian Gonzalez, batting .319, club leader in home run 6 and RBI 16. Fastball inside. Is that about as fast as he's going to throw it, 84?
Absolutely. His fastball is going to be 84, 85 tops. The one pitch that you'll see tonight, two right-handed hitters, will be that cut fastball trying to get in on the fist, break some bats and get some grounders to the left side. But he also throws that fastball we just saw, a curveball, and a changeup.
That ball hit well, but slicing down the line and foul. Good distance.
Same approach against the soft tosser, Doug Davis, as if a guy's throwing 95, 96 miles an hour. Adrian just gets himself in a good position and gets that bat out there. Even though he's not breaking 85, 86, he's still concentrating to his strength, which is left field.
Two and one. Talking with Ted Simmons, the Padres bench coach, who many feel should be under consideration for Hall of Fame. And he said of all the players he's ever seen, Gonzalez waits as long on a pitch as anyone. He's able to hold back, and he's strong enough to still take that pitch when it's in on him and go left field. Action pitch early, 2-1 with 2 on and no one out here in the first. Watch out at second as the shortstop ducks in there, and this one is grounded foul. So the pickoff move at second worked for the Padres, and the Brewers trying to return the favor.
Well, you've got an RBI guy up there, a guy who's got some power, and if the Brewers hold Jerry Hairston one small step back to second base, that could be the difference from play at the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And he just misses with that slider. 3-2. The shift is not on, but the shortstop Escobar is playing almost, just 10 feet on the shortstop side of the bag at second. So there's a big hole on the left side. That wasn't a pickoff so much as the pitcher Davis trying to discern whether or not the runners might be going here on 3-2. Hit to left field and hit pretty well. Braun is back and makes the catch at the edge of the warning track, and the runners return. So Hairston unable to tag and try to advance on Braun's arm. So a big out for the Brewers. Gonzalez to left.
A huge out. We're going to take a look at the Carl's Jr. pitch track. Now, third base is open. You got first and second. So Doug Davis being very careful. Does he throw him a good strike? No, not at all. In, away, down, and then the big looping curveball that probably drives Adrian nuts. And Doug Davis is thinking, you know what? If I walk him, did you see his reaction? He kind of gave the, oh my gosh, I made a mistake, but the ball stayed in the ballpark. He gave him one good pitch to hit, I think, that at bat, and that was that last one.
Brings up Chase Headley, the third baseman, the leading hitter for the Padres here in April at .337. Leads in doubles. Rarely starting a game these days. So few left-handed starters that seems almost strange to see him hitting from the right side. Most of his work done hitting left. Lays that one in there. 83. Thus far this year, Davis has been very generous to opposing hitters. They're hitting .366. A little more on that fastball.
The softer fastball that you'll see is that cutter that he will try to throw into the right-handed hitting Chase Headley. Now we got to, maybe they're not on the same page as signs is concerned. We got Ricky Weeks coming in there and George Coteras using a series of signs. You don't want to cross them up in this situation.
Davis had the dubious distinction of leading the major leagues last year in walks. 103 free passes given.
Patience, and more patience tonight for the Padre hitters.
Right in there. That's that cutter you're talking about.
Sometimes he'll go in on the hands. Sometimes he will go the backdoor variety on the outside corner. So we're going to peek into Coteras. 3-1-2-1. 3-2-1. I'm guessing cutter in.
Yep. Strike three. Caught the inside corner. First strikeout for Davis. Got him with the fastball.
You see how that one was a little more straighter, had a little bit more fuzz on it than the cutter. And it froze Chase Headley. So great location by Doug Davis.
Yeah, we're seeing a pitcher tonight, not a thrower, and this guy, veteran, 34 years of age, 6'4". So the first two men on here in the first inning for the Padres, but Gonzalez flies out. Headley takes strike three, and now it's up to center fielder Scott Hairston. Batting .222, couple of home runs. He's hit well against Davis in his career. Curveball skips in.
You know, when I look at Doug Davis, I know he reminds me of another left-handed pitcher that pitched back in the 90s. But this guy threw harder. Remember Al Leiter? He threw cutter to all right-handers. And if he was on, he broke a lot of bats.
Ooh, low strike. That's a cutter.
Well, you be the umpire. You take a look. You know, that's not a bad pitch, I don't think. I'm just sucking up to the umpires.
Why not? He slow curveball at 70. It really takes off a lot of speed. So he's changing speeds on all his pitches. You know, if you're going to get a fastball, it won't always be 84. It might be 86, just enough to throw off the timing.
So I would be thinking after a cutter down and in, a soft curveball, he's got him set up. Does he throw him the hard fastball inside here or a cutter?
2 balls and a strike.
Or does he go soft? Cutter in.
Did he go around? Yep. High fastball, couldn't lay off. So 2-2 the count. 2 out, 2 on.
That was the fastball. Man, same motion. And Scotty could not hold up. You betcha he went.
Strike 3. Oh, that was a pretty pitching by Doug Davis. Working the corners. Hairston didn't like it. He's gone. Well, a reminder again, tomorrow night is here, and it'll be the Padres Beer Fest, and we understand there's been substantial interest that a lot of you fans have already purchased your tickets. You will have your first pour at 5 o'clock, first pitch at 7:05. Top beers, some 20-plus breweries will allow you to sample their wares. Admission free into the beer garden with a paid game ticket. I understand for $3 you get a good size sampler. You nice. Taste some of the bitter beers of our area. High fly ball, right field. Fairly deep and still going back. And finally making the catch, twisting and turning, is Oscar Salazar. That was quite an adventure, Oscar. As Corey Hart got a lot of height on that ball, but it also carried well. Maybe that wind is affecting balls hitting that direction.
Oh, he is big and strong, Corey Hart that is, and then all of a sudden the ball just dies out there. By the body language of Oscar Salazar, I thought that ball was going to be off the wall, but he cradles it for the catch and a big out for Wade LeBlanc.
Brings up the veteran third baseman Craig Counsell. Counsell in there because Casey McGee stayed home welcoming their second child. He and his wife Sarah, a daughter, born last night, Cooper Reese, and he'll rejoin the team tomorrow. That ball lined to left field. On the line, foul ball. That was close to another two-base hit. Counsell, a graduate of Notre Dame, University of Notre Dame. He's been a very worthy man to have on your roster.
Absolutely. We know what David Eckstein brings to this San Diego team. I put Craig Counsell into that same category.
It's a good comparison. Ooh, broken bat, one hop. Jerry Hairston, dug out by Gonzalez.
I love that sound. Snap a guy's bat on a fastball right on the inside part of the plate.
The sounds of spring. Sounded as if it was bamboo.
Staying off the sweet spot.
Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, steps in with a .274 average. And the breaking ball misses downstairs. Well, this Milwaukee team loaded with run production, and they don't have one of the better players here in Casey McGee. McGee has 5 home runs, and he's right up there with Ryan Braun, 19 runs batted in. So we'll see him tomorrow night. High strike. How good is it to be home, huh?
Oh, I love it.
There's a weak swing, protective, and the count runs to 1-2. Padres arrived last night about 8:45. Or was it 7:45? I can't remember. I got home at 9 o'clock. I know that.
I think it was.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
1-2. Another broken bat. Tough play for Hairston. Gets him. Well done, Jerry Hairston. 1-2-3. The story for the Brewers in the second. It'll be Blank, Salazar, and Torrealba for the Padres in the home half of the second inning. No score. .535 game with the Brewers, and the first 25,000 of you fans in Petco Park will receive a great Chris Young replica jersey presented by Petco. Visit Padres.com. Get your tickets tonight. That one fouled out of play as Kyle Blanks leading off the second inning. So it's the Beer Fest tomorrow night. The Chris Young jersey for you fans on Saturday night, and then photo day and picture frame day on Sunday. 1-1. Two balls and a strike on the changeup. Like Kyle Blanks is not hitting, and of course if he ever does, it's going to make this lineup so tough for the Padres. I like his demeanor. He didn't show the fact that that ball hit to the right field, and that'll slice foul. 2-2.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And the one thing, you look at good players throughout the career of their baseball career, whether they're doing well or doing poorly, they don't show their emotions out on their sleeve. Like Adrian Gonzalez, you don't know whether he's 0 for 16 or 16 for 16. Now, Kyle's got a long way to go, right, to be that veteran guy. But you're right. I like a kid like that.
There's another called strike 3. That's 3 in a row served up by Doug Davis, catching first Headley, then Scott Hairston, and now Blanks looking at strike 3.
Well, from our angle, it looked like that ball may have been in a little bit. Oh. I guess, the umpire has the best view on that. And once again, maybe too close to take. Now the guys know that you might be calling a ball or two off the plate. You got to be hacking.
Oscar Salazar fouls the first pitch off. Finally, after being robbed of a couple of hits, he broke out of his 0 for season with a double over the center fielder's head yesterday, and that was the start of that 5-run 5th inning. One for 18 on the season. Still looking for his first run batted in. Lace off that big, slow curveball. Boy, it's got to be tempting.
Oh, you start lunging, and it's almost like playing slow pitch softball. You've got to really stay back and let that ball get into the hitting zone. If you start lunging out towards the pitcher, you're going to jam yourself or hit it off the end of the bat.
Good pitch. Change up down at the knees. Or maybe not. If with the speed he has, 81 miles an hour, that might have been a cut fastball. Tough to read. 2-2.
Tough for the hitters as well. Imagine hitting against this guy. He's mixing it up well this evening.
There's that big slow curve again. He's already thrown 33 pitches. Two balls, 2 strikes to Salazar. Davis making him wait. Fouled down the right field line.
Tried to sneak the fastball by him. Davis reminds me of another California Angel pitcher back in the day. Remember Chuck Finley? He had that little pause and that little leg kick, and
he got it up in the 90s.
Yeah, he did. He threw a lot harder than Davis. Chuckles, as they call him.
Full count.
This is why hitters hate pitchers like this. Just tossing it up there. They could barely break a pane of glass. Come on. Throw the ball.
Yeah, man.
That's why they call it pitching, though.
There it is again. Strike 3 called. 4 in a row. All called strike 3. A cutter got him. He reminds me, back in Michigan, of all the little farm towns. You had a farm team. You had a little farm town team.
Sure.
And you'd get some guys that played a little semi-pro ball or maybe some college ball. And they'd be now 35, 40 years old. They pitched like this. You never could figure out what they were doing.
And, unfortunately for a lot of pitchers, they don't figure that out until they get a little bit older. But if you're throwing the ball 95, 96 miles an hour as a youngster, you're not going to worry about trying to nitpick.
Torrey Alba homered yesterday in Florida. His first as a Padre. And that was a big home run. Sent the lead from 5-4 to 6-4, and then that back into the bullpen took care of business. 0-2. And that could be a problem should Buddy Black have to go to the bullpen early tonight. That threesome that's been so outstanding the last couple of games. Gregerson, Adams, Bell may not be available tonight. There's Mike Adams.
More Milwaukee Brewer people came over to me in my booth before the game, and they said, we're so glad to see Mike Adams doing well, because he was property of those Brewers, now in a Padre uniform, but they're really happy for him.
Count goes to 3-1.
And of course, they tied up that little story with the Bo saying he's a great kid. And second that motion.
Now, people ask me, what has changed since you last did baseball? You know, very little has changed within the game, but the people who play it have changed. Ball 4. So Torrealba works Davis for a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Wade LeBlanc. And I say that players have changed, that 25 to 40 years ago, most of the players out of high school that were of major league potential, LeBlanc takes a strike, were discouraged from going to college. Big league clubs wanted to sign them out of high school, get them into their farm system, train them the way they wanted to train them. And then 3, 4, 5 years, they progress up to the big league. Now, the college programs and university programs are of such high quality that you can save the money. You don't have to train them. Let the universities do that. And by the time they come up through the system, they're educated, they're bright, they have social graces, they're articulate.
It's almost like their own little minor league system, those colleges. The only difference is rather than swinging a metal bat, you have to adjust to that wooden bat, and that could take some time for some guys. But we've seen some talent through the years, like a Bob Horner out of ASU, straight to the big leagues, no problem.
That one chopped by the mound. Tough play. That had a lot of English on it, and he throws it away. Slowing up on the play was Torrealba, so he can only make it to third. He thought that was going to be the final out of the inning. Had he been running all the way, who knows? He winds up at third, and to second goes the pitcher.
Yeah, you're right. 2 outs. You got to be going. You cannot anticipate there being an out. Torrealba was just getting to second base when that throw was thrown to first base.
They're going to give LeBlanc an infield hit on that swinging bunt. And then moving up 90 on the throwing error at third by Counsell. So second and third. Leadoff man Jerry Hairston singled back in the first inning. So after 2 out on strikeouts called, Blanks and Salazar, Torrealba with a walk, and now LeBlanc the infield hit. Jerry Hairston trying to give the Padres the early lead.
I'll tell you what, you could possibly steal home on this guy. If there was a left-handed hitter at the plate, Doug Davis takes so long going from the windup. Torrealba was nearly a third of the way down the line when Davis started his delivery.
The 47th pitch of the game here in the second inning coming up from Davis. Oh, the cutter, and that looked inside. Hairston didn't like it, nor does this crowd, as Angel Hernandez sees it as a strike. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
He caught that almost behind the batter.
I can guarantee you the argument you're going to get from the umpire is it's where the ball crossed the plate, right? But that ball was caught nearly a couple feet inside, it looked like.
1-1 the count. There, he kind of tailed that one the other way.
Now, see, I thought that pitch was a strike.
I did too.
Yeah,
it was better than the other one. Look at that. That's a strike.
Absolutely. Contreras was just set up in the inside corner, and he had to reach across a little bit on the outer third.
So those two pitches evened out.
Yeah.
2-1. That ball lined right to Prince Fielder. Well, tough hitting luck for Hairston and the Padres. In the second, they leave 2 men in scoring position. After 2, the Brewers, Padres, no score. It's time for True Baseball Stories, brought to you by Farmers Insurance. To find a Farmers agent, call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com, because ready feels good. And on this date in 1991, Steve Carlton, 81 rather, becomes the first left-hander to record 3,000 career strikeouts, and the Phillies win over the Expos.
And that is one guy I just love to see pitch. 329 career victories.
What did he wind up with? It was well over 4. Did he hit 5,000 strikeouts?
He had 4,136.
That'll play.
Yeah.
Lefty.
He was awesome.
George Kataris, the catcher, hitting 211. And he takes a strike. And LeBlanc, against lefties here in 2010, is 9 up, 9 down. One ball, one strike to Kataris, then Doug Davis the pitcher, and Ricky Weeks the leadoff man in the third. LeBlanc just missing on those last two.
He's not getting that call, is he?
It's going to be tough to figure out. Plate umpire Hernandez. Working with Paul Schreiber at first, Rob Drake at second, veteran Joe West over at third. Sounded like another broken bat. Gonzalez flips to LeBlanc. And that's 5 in a row retired by the Padre left-hander.
I just thought of a great poster for somebody. You know, they make posters of players and stuff. If you're known for breaking bats, sitting by the fire, you got your like checkered flannel on with your jeans and your boots, like you got a cabin.
Teddy bear.
Yeah. And you've got all the bats in the fireplace and they're like on fire of all the, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a great like promotional poster.
All broken but laid in there, just a good
they're
kindling.
On fire for some kindling.
The pitcher, Doug Davis, steps up. He's 0 for 5 this year. In 09, he had 10 base hits. Hit 159. Some pop to that fastball. Swept to short. Hairston to Gonzalez, 2 away. Well, that's 4 straight ground ball outs tossed up there by LeBlanc. To the top of the order, and second baseman Ricky Weeks. He struck out swinging in the first inning.
You described that one perfectly. Swept to short. Did you see the way he swung that bat? He just kind of like swept that bat, as you mentioned, across home. It wasn't
a swing, a swept.
Right. Exactly. He just kind of felt for the baseball.
Davis back to the dugout. That first inning unusual for the Brewers. After Weeks struck out, Carlos Gomez rifled a double into the left field corner. And then before Ryan Braun followed with another shot into the left field corner for a double, Gomez was picked off second. And that saved LeBlanc and the Padres a run. Turn that one over. Swing and a miss at a changeup. One and two. Two-time All-America was Weeks in his collegiate days at Southern University. He won the Golden Spikes Award 7 years ago as the best amateur player in the United States. Still only 27. Makes his home in Orlando. 1 and 2.
Oh, he wanted to call it, huh? We've seen that pitch called tonight, a strike up and away to the righties. 99% of the time, you're not going to get this call. Is it on the corner? Just a tad off.
Two and two. Well, again, sinking low and away. Nice change up. Full count now to Weeks.
These pitchers tonight aren't going to break the sound barrier, are they? With the way they're pitching tonight?
Lots of finesse. Swing and a miss, and Weeks strikes out for the second time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wade LeBlanc. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Eckstein, Gonzalez, and Headley hitting for San Diego. To you by Lolita's Restaurant at the Park, where you can enjoy a wonderful evening, happy hour 7 days a week. And by Irving Hughes, life is a lease, negotiate well. Petco Park on a breezy, cool night. Opening game of the 4-game series. David Eckstein leads it off for San Diego, bottom of the third, no score. And takes it low and away. Doug Davis already over 50 pitches in the game. Eckstein hit by a pitch, his first at bat. It's this one to straightaway center field. Carlos Gomez for the first down. Adrian Gonzalez comes up. He's in the first inning had Hairston at second and Eckstein at first with no one out. Got his pitch, but flighted deep to the warning path and left. Caught there by Ryan Braun.
It seems like for the Padres, the third inning has been the drought inning. 13-8 this year as we go into this game. They've only scored one run up into this point of the year in the third inning. It's kind of odd.
Late on the changeup. He waited. 0-2.
That is some pinpoint control by Doug Davis. 85-mile-an-hour heater.
More like a hand warmer than a heater.
Good call. We need that tonight. The pitcher will be the warmest player out there. Always moving. Can work up a little bit of a sweat. It's the infielders you got to worry about, the hitters, as they come up to the plate.
Supposed to change tomorrow and for the weekend much warmer. That'll be good news. Fans especially. Didn't fish. Chop toward first, and Prince Fielder will take care of business himself for the second out. Brings up Chase Headley with 2 outs and no one on, and Chase one of 4 Padres in a row. Headley, Hairston, Blanks, and Salazar to strike out all 4, taking strike 3. Headley, of course, with the heroics in the last homestand with that walk-off home run, part of the 6-game sweep of Arizona and San Francisco. On the edge, still looking for that second home run. Had a good cut at that one.
Davis missing big time with that fastball. That was up and away. The strength of Chase Headley. He wanted to try to jam him and chalk up another broken bat. Gutierrez inside, fastball up and away. He got away with one.
It's almost as if when he goes a little slower in his motion, and then he gives you the fastball.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. That's not a bad idea, yeah.
2-2.
He yanked a cutter on that one.
So the count goes full to Headley. Davis, as we said, walked more batters last year than any pitcher in the big leagues. Has walked 1 and hit 1 tonight. Now, say what you will, it's part of the beauty of this game and this whole confrontation, all about pitcher batter, man against man. The rest of the complementary players, they come into play, they're important too, but this duel between this crafty, wily left-hander and each batter, fun to watch. Not fun for Headley, who strikes out for the second time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the first time for Doug Davis. And after 3 here at Petco, no score. Back at Petco, a reminder, kids, Sunday, your Padres face the Brewers. Final game of the series, 105 game, and all you kids 14 and younger will receive a free Padres picture frame presented by Cox Channel 4 San Diego. Be sure to visit Padres.com. Get your tickets. Tell your folks to bring you out to the ball yard on Sunday. Not only can you go out on the warning track where the players will be there to pose for your special shot, but you'll get a picture frame as well. LeBlanc goes to work and falls behind 2-0 to Carlos Gomez, who doubled his first time up and then was picked off second. They didn't give him the timeout, so it's 3-0.
Where's the pitch? Okay, Gomez asks for time. He's not granted time. Okay, so you go through with the pitch. Where's that?
Apparently inside. The Bud Black quizzical expression. 3-1 now. Three and two.
Here's that last pitch we were talking about with the pitch track. It clearly states that it is inside, but we've seen pitches worse than that called strikes tonight.
Strike three. LeBlanc has his third strikeout on a changeup. 3-2 changeup.
Don't you love that? Throwing it at any time, you betcha. Right at the belt buckle. Good arm action. Both of these pitchers tonight are mixing it up nicely. Like a couple of prize fighters in the ring. They're mixing it up.
At 25, a lot of moxie. LeBlanc throwing all of his pitches. At that great spring training. Here's Ryan Braun, and Braun doubled to left in the first inning. He continues to tear up opposing pitching here in April. 349. 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. 3 years ago, the National League Rookie of the Year. There's a good-looking fastball at 89.
Well, this is the 10th pitch coming, and nobody has swung the bat. Everybody's looking at the pitches going. That's the first time somebody swung.
Don't dare him to swing.
Yeah.
That's the result. A line single to left. He's 2 for 2. What a good hitter. So a 1-out single by Braun brings up Prince Fielder.
Yeah, I think by keeping Ryan Braun in the ballpark, you won the war right there. It's a battle to get him out. But you keep him in the ball yard, keep him at first. Well, don't shut your toolbox yet, because now you got to deal with this guy.
He hit one almost as high as the light standards in left, flying out to left field his first at bat.
I remember when I was pitching for the Seattle Mariners in 1992, went to Tiger Stadium to play the Detroit Tigers, and Cecil Fielder was playing for the Tigers, and who was out taking batting practice early? A little kid named Prince.
He takes such a huge swing.
And he was built the same way. He was just maybe about 1.5 feet shorter. Big old swing.
Still plenty young, just 25. He's already had a couple of terrific seasons. Just off the outside edge with a fastball. Last year he had just a penny under 300. 46 homers and 141 runs batted in.
He was the first Brewer to lead the National League in RBI since Cecil Cooper. Pretty good stick himself.
He and the Gwynn family, they're very close.
Yep.
Godparents both ways. Godfather of Tony Gwynn Jr.'s daughter is Prince Fielder, and Gwynn is the godfather of his son, Jaden. Of course, they were teammates with the Brewers and in the Brewer organization. 1 out. Ryan Braun at first, and 1-1 on Fielder. But high center field. Again, a mile high. Scott Hairston makes the catch. He has just missed 2 balls that would have been so far out of Petco, it would have been scary.
Not tonight. It's cool. There's a little bit of wind down there, and you really have to get it to get out of here tonight.
So 2 outs. LeBlanc retires the dangerous fielder, and here's right fielder Corey Hart. He sent right fielder Oscar Salazar twisting and turning on the warning track and right to make a catch his first trip. He's a big one, 6'6".
Little Keith Jackson there, huh? He is a big one.
Fills up that batter's box.
You know, I know we were talking about numbers last homestand, Dick, and number 1 just doesn't seem to fit Corey Hart.
No,
number
not
1
at all.
should be like Craig Counsell. Maybe they should swap numbers, but that's what Corey Hart has been wearing for a long time.
This would be a 33 or a 44, something like that. Good changeup, 1-1.
Yeah, I know Wade LeBlanc has been thrown over to first base, keeping those runners close. Well, how about this little nugget? As we take a look at this changeup way out in front. Oh, yeah. In the National League pickoffs, the Padres have 9. Second closest team is the Rockies with 6. They're doing a nice job.
He's got another one tonight, so it's 10. Just missed with a fastball off the inside edge. 2-1 to Corey Hart. Pride and joy of Greenwood, Kentucky. Braun with a safe lead over at first, respecting LeBlanc. And the pitch misses downstairs, 3-1. Fly ball center short. In comes Scott Hairston. Can't get it. Runner going all the way. Here's the throw to third. They got to play. And he is out of there. Solid throw by Scott Hairston. And another Brewer is nailed on the bases. Braun tagged out by Headley. It remains scoreless. So the Brewers in the first inning, back-to-back doubles don't score, with the runner Gomez picked off second. Now singles in the fourth inning and can't score when Hairston throws out Braun trying to go from first to third. And Scott doffs his cap, acknowledges the support of the fans for that defensive effort, and leads off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. lot of little things, little subtle nuances that make this game so inviting and interesting. And there was one on that last play because LeBlanc, as he was making the pitch to the plate to Hart, I happened to notice that Braun at first, respecting his pickoff move, was stepping back toward the bag. That one ripped on one hop. Braun knocks it down, or rather Counsell knocks it down and can't get him. Hairston hustling up the line. Craig Counsell may have his second error of the game. Wait for the official score.
This ball was rocketed to third base. A one hopper. He does a nice job of keeping it in front of him. But the speed of Scott Harrison, great hustle out of the box by Scotty.
Ruling is error 5. So Counsell has a throwing and a fielding error in the game tonight. Ball 1 to Kyle Blanks.
You know, we saw Craig Counsell after that play. He had that disgusted look on his face. He's the type of player that he thinks probably to himself he should have made that play. I know that's a tough play, but he thinks he should have made it probably.
He was handcuffed. 2-0 to Blanks. He's about due to really swat. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Of course, you don't know exactly what you're going to get from the veteran Davis. He's liable to spin one up there 70 miles an hour. But Blanks with a good eye, 3-0. And the pitch count for Davis continues to mount, 70 so far in the game. Now in this case, if you were working with a fastball pitcher 3-0, maybe you say Blanks has been in a slump. Guess fastball and give it a ride. But you don't have any idea what you're going to get from Davis.
Make him throw strikes. The pitch count is getting up. You might get ball 4. Workings of a little bit of a rally with nobody out.
Able to hit the outside corner for strike 1, 3-1.
That may be the only straight fastball that Kyle Blanks may see in this at bat. You might see him try to backdoor a cutter.
Fouled off first, and fielder can't get to that one. 3 rows back. There's that cutter in on the fist. And of course, the key to Doug Davis's success, not only his wily nature and knows how to pitch, is that he has such, even though he walks a lot of batters, when he needs to, he can put that cutter exactly where he wants it, right in on the fist. And there's ball 4. Let's go to our Home Depot defensive play of the game. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depots. Watch Braun now as the pitch is made. He's going back, and that's the difference between being out or safe over at third base.
Great call, great pickup, and we see the play here, short hop, and Scott Harrison, the play is right in front of him. You know, there's so many things that make a play work, perfectly executed all the way around, but you're right. Maybe Wade LeBlanc should get an assist on that play because of that pickoff move, or the possible pickoff move, showing that runner.
Absolutely. So 2 on and no one out for Oscar Salazar. He takes it off the outside edge. Infield sets up for 2 for the Brewers. Salazar looking for his first RBI of the season. Here's the spot. Good eye, 2-0, down low. So the patience, and that's why some of these veterans are in there. Don't be too eager. It must look like a balloon at times when it leaves his hand, but it doesn't stay where you think it's going to be. So much action on it, if not velocity. See if he's taking a rip at this one. That one was right there.
Cut fastball again, starting on the outer half and ends up in the middle of the plate.
Torrealba on deck. No one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hairston at second base, safe on an error. Blanks over at first on the walk.
Well, Kyle Blanks at first base can get off as far as Prince Fielder's playing. He's well off the line.
Yeah, get off more than that, sure. Ground ball through the left side into left field. Sprinting around third is Hairston. The throw to the plate, not in time. And the Padres take the lead 1-0. Solid single by Oscar Salazar. He puts a notch in that RBI column for the first time.
Well, you called it. Be a great opportunity for the first RBI for Oscar. He stays on Doug Davis. He gets a cut fastball down and in. Just drops that head through the hole, and result is a run for the Padres. 1 on, 1 off.
Blank stops at second. Salazar with the RBI single at first base. Still no one out. As Yorvi Torrealba, the catcher, steps in. He walked his first time up.
Well, do we have the makings of another big inning? 4+ runs like we talked about in the pregame show? Stay tuned.
Slow curveball drops in at 70 miles an hour. Infield set for 2. And that, of course, opens up a hole through that left side. But he goes the other way, foul.
How about this little nugget? You know, we always talk about teams scoring first and it works to your advantage. Well, opponents who score first against this Brew Crew, when they score first, the opponents, 2-11, the Brewers are. And the Padres just scored first.
And I think the Padres on the season are 9-2 when they score first. It's around that level, so been a good sign. Get on the board first, and that's been correlating with victory. It is 9-2. Ken Maka watching. This is a disturbing inning thus far for his team. Skipping away from that inside breaking ball. 1-2. Up to 80 pitches made by Doug Davis. 34 of them balls. 2 walks and a hit batsman. Good block by Coteras of a curveball in the dirt.
It'll be interesting to see if the Padres turn this lineup around towards the top. That'll be the 3rd time around against Doug Davis. They know what he's throwing. They've seen all of his pitches.
Look who's sitting next to the skipper.
Future manager someday, maybe? I could see that.
I can too. Able to hold back Torrealba. That was tempting. And the count now goes full. With a pitcher spot next. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Torrealba sends it to center. Here comes Blanks, storming around third to score, and it's 2-0. Not hit hard by Torrealba, but he found the avenue right up the middle of the diamond. Still no one out. Salazar goes to second. Torrealba at first. 2-0.
So the Padres taking advantage of that error by Craig Counsell, the tough error at third base. They find 2 holes in the infield, the 5.5 hole, and then Torrealba just sent it up the middle, just putting the ball in play. The Padres are finding some holes, and it's resulting in some action on the base paths.
Torrealba with a home run yesterday. A RBI single tonight. Here's the pitcher. LeBlanc beat out a swinging bunt the first time up. Now he's up there to sacrifice bunt. Fielder right in on his shoe tops as he sneaks in from first. Of course, the play is to bunt toward third. LeBlanc, not a bad hitter. He's 2 for 4 this year.
You know, Craig Counsell giving the signs at third base. Like you said, Dick, you want to bring that third baseman in as soon as that ball is bunted that way, so everybody can move up 90 feet. If the ball is bunted hard to the pitcher, Counsell can retreat back to third. They get the force play.
Yeah, they got the play on here, and there's a swinging bunt there. No one's at second, no one at first. Everyone is safe. LeBlanc is 2 for 2 on infield hits. The butcher chop.
That was absolutely beautiful.
They had the play on, the sacrifice play defensively, where the shortstop is racing over to cover third baseman charging. So when he chops it over the first baseman's head, nobody there at first. And no one at second because he's over covering third.
And that's the main objective on that play, hitting the ball on the ground. Hey, if it's a one-hopper right at somebody, yeah, they get an out, but it works to the advantage of San Diego because of the high chopper. Nicely done, Monsieur LeBlanc.
Bases loaded now on consecutive singles by Salazar, Torrealba, and LeBlanc. Up to the leadoff man, Jerry Hairston. He takes it in the dirt. Hairston lined a single to right his first time up, and with a couple of men in scoring position in the second inning, hit a shot, but right to the first baseman fielder. Kill him with kindness singles for the Padres here in the fourth. 2-0. Bases loaded, no one out. There's a strike with a fastball at 85. Hairston's been barking at Hernandez throughout the night. Curious as to just what plate umpire strike zone will ultimately be defined. A Padre on every base here in the fourth. No one out. In the dirt again, 2-1. Veteran right-hander, former starter Jeff Suppan. He had some difficulties in a couple of starts, so he's been moved to the bullpen. Two and one, the action pitch with the bases loaded. Ooh, good cut, 2-2. So you have your leadoff man up with the bases loaded, no one out, with Eckstein and Gonzalez to follow. A chance for the Padres to blow it open here in the fourth.
And base runners, just be aware of a possible pickoff, thrown behind the runner, what have you. We've seen both pitchers tonight twirl towards second base.
2-2 in the dirt. Good job by Contreras of keeping the ball in front of him so that runner third couldn't slip home. Now here's a pressure pitch for Doug Davis. 3-2. Has to throw a strike or throws a run.
If you're guessing, what are you guessing here as a hitter? I'm guessing
that same cutter, right?
I'm guessing a cutter. He's got good control with it. If he misses, if it's close, maybe he's hoping Harrison will fish after it and swing in a bad pitch. Cutter in, I'm guessing.
Ground ball could be two. There's one, and that's all they get. Run scores. They'll give Jerry Hairston an RBI and safe on the fielder's choice. 3-0. As Salazar comes in from third.
Sharply hit, but right at Weeks.
I thought that was a double play ball, didn't you?
Because it was hit so sharply, you bet. That's why as a runner, you got to go into second base hard. You get there right when the ball's getting there, let them know you're coming. Good clean slide to break it up.
And that was the pitcher doing it, LeBlanc. So first and third, one out. Eckstein, a chance to add to the 3-0 lead. Look at him. He clutch, double clutch, double clutch. 69 miles an hour. He didn't think that was a strike.
Look at this pitch. Oh.
Slap foul. 0-2.
Maybe that curveball was a strike. Once again, the side angle gives you a pretty good indication where it crosses the plate and where. Oh, speaking of the side angle, look, you ask to receive right at the knees and across the plate, huh?
It has so much drop because there's no speed on it.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
It's over the knees, the front knee, and it's at the back foot. Line foul. Yeah, that was deja vu almost over again. That was yesterday in the 5th inning. 0-2 on Eckstein. Bases drunk, and he hit a line drive down that left field line into the corner to clean up the bases, and then scored what proved to be the winning run on Gonzalez's single. And Adrian Gonzalez is on deck. Torrealba at third. Hairston at first. An error, a walk, and 3 singles. And Hairston's fielder's choice, and the Padres have 3 up on the board here in the 4th inning. That one's looped to right. That's going to fall for a hit. Another run scores. 4-0 on a bloop single by Eckstein. Well, it's what we were talking about as we started our broadcast tonight. It may be inconceivable for some of the fans around the country to look at the Padres and say, here's a team that scores in big innings. But they're second in the league, 4 runs or more in an inning.
And you're talking about David Eckstein just coming through in the clutch. That was an 0-2 pitch, and he fought it off.
3 RBIs yesterday, another tonight. That gives him 6 for the season. And here's Adrian Gonzalez with 2 on, 1 out. And Davis struggling here in the 4th. Up to 95 pitches he's thrown.
Well, George Contreras looked like he may have gotten crossed up there the way he received that last pitch. It was a fastball. It looked like almost right down the middle.
Jerry Hairston at second. Eckstein at first. 1 out, 4 runs home. And 1-0 to Adrian Gonzalez. There's the pickoff move, no throw. Glenn Hoffman coaching over at third, helping that runner, alerting him to a possible pickoff. That slices foul. That'll be a souvenir. And Maka, this is one of those innings that turn your hair gray.
If you have any. Right?
Well, that's a good point. Turn your pate red. 1-1 to Gonzalez.
Contreras has done a nice job blocking some balls in the dirt for his pitcher. And if the name Contreras rings a bell, well, it should, Padre fans, because he was drafted by the Padres in the 20th round back in 2002. He was property until 2006 with the Mobile Bay Bears. And then, of course, he went to Boston and now finds himself in Milwaukee.
Another foul. That was the 34th pitch of the inning from Davis. Count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez, the 8th man to bat here in the 4th. It all began on a smash to third by Scott Hairston, ruled an error on Counsell. Blanks walk. Salazar singled to left to drive in a run. Torrealba singled to center to make it 2-0. Ground ball, that should be 2. Weeks to Escobar and back to Fielder for the double play. But the Padres hit a 4 spot in the 4th, and they lead it 4-0.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Quality and value at an affordable price. Call Murray Lamper Construction at 619-285-9222. Improving standing homes since 1975. We got action.
A bloop double down the right field line, just in front of the sliding Scott Hairston and the diving David Eckstein. Counsell just spooning that one in a perfect spot.
I'm just glad on plays like that nobody gets hurt. Get a spike in the face, a knee in the, in the back or something like that. Everybody's okay.
So Counsell with a leadoff double, quite familiar to the Milwaukee Brewers. The Padres came up with a couple of hits of that variety in the last inning. Score 4. 3 of them will be earned. This is a high scoring offense, the best in the National League. You can't get too many runs. Alcides Escobar grounded to short his first time up. High fly ball right at the center fielder. Scott Hairston positions himself for the throw to third, and no risk taken by Counsell. Wise Counsell staying right there. Wade LeBlanc continues his fine pitching for the Padres. 14 consecutive scoreless innings thrown by this left-hander. Goes 4-0 in the spring. ERA 1.96 and still doesn't make the club, and only because Chris Young's shoulder injury. They put Young on the DL, brought up LeBlanc, and how well has he performed?
You know the old saying, when opportunity knocks, right? You answer, and Wade LeBlanc has done just that. And his Padres score 4 in the bottom half of the 4th. It's the bottom of the order for Milwaukee. Great chance to get himself and his teammates back in the dugout and try to add on.
Good swing by George Kataris, the catcher. He grounded to first, his first at bat. With starting pitcher Doug Davis throwing nearly 100 pitches. The pitcher spot is due next, and we would expect to see a pinch hitter. But right now Davis is in the on-deck circle. Ken Maka, the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, he's in a spot in terms of his pitching and bullpen too. They played 14 innings yesterday and lost to Pittsburgh, and he used 5 or 6 pitchers in the game.
Yeah, their bullpen collectively has not been doing that well.
Just missed the corner. Yeah, we were talking about the theater. He's got some announcing credit too. Wow, what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
3-1. After leaving the Oakland A's as their manager, he went back to the Boston area and served as an analyst for the Red Sox games for 2 years. Line right through the box. Almost took LeBlanc into center field. The runner will hold at third as Hairston's throw comes in. So first and third with 1 out. And most certainly now they're going to call back Doug Davis. And here comes a pinch hitter for the Brewers. Well, Davis is still there. Maybe they're seriously considering about letting him come up to bat. This is somewhat surprising in light of all the pitches he's thrown. Of course, the Padres have to figure he's up there to sacrifice, move the runner from first to second, and then hope 1 base hit, and they've cut the lead in half.
Yeah, there's no action in the Brewer bullpen, so try to get that runner over, take your chances with 2 outs, and maybe a 2-out knock.
99 pitches thrown by Davis. Indeed, he's squaring the bunt, and then he pulls it back as if he was going to try the Baltimore or the Butcher Man chop. Butcher Boy, isn't it? Butcher Boy chop.
Yep.
So first and third. I told you Davis last year had 10 base hits, so he's a fair batter. Turnabout is fair play. Wade LeBlanc with the infield creeping in. Took that chop and got it over the head of Prince Fielder, the first baseman. It proved to be an infield hit and a key play in that last of the fourth inning. Headley not quite so aggressive, charging from third this time. 2-1.
Well, Doug Davis can't put the ball in play if he gets 2 strikes on him, and then they give the swing sign. There's nothing wrong with a 1-hopper or 2-hopper at an infielder for a double play to get out of this little mess.
Council leading off this 5th inning with a bloop double to right and a solid single by Coteras. First and third. Fouled at the plate. Ball bounced up and hit the batter. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And just to be sure of the sign, Davis is going to go down and talk with Brad Fisher, the third base coach. Padres are guessing he's still bunting.
I mean, I say you got to bunt, because if you swing away, you might hit into a double play. Squeeze. He's out.
The umpire has not as yet made a signal as to his call, and he has called it a try at a bunt, strike 3.
Well, that was very.
But the runner goes to second anyway. They were able to move him up as the ball was in the dirt and blocked by Torrealba. And Coteras gets second anyway. So mission accomplished for the Brewers. They get the runner over in scoring position. Davis strikes out trying to bunt.
Yeah, he went at it. He poked at it, a live ball, because that is not a foul ball. He offered at it. Angel Hernandez indicates right. It was a delayed call. He did point at him and then put the fist up in the air.
Here's Ricky Weeks. Fouls this one away. He struck out twice tonight, Weeks. If you're scoring, Coteras goes to second on a wild pitch, with Davis the 4th strikeout victim of LeBlanc trying to bunt with 2 strikes. Fouls it off. Or misses the bunt, and then the wild pitch allows the runner to move up. Did he go around? No. So this is a big at bat for Ricky Weeks and the Milwaukee Brewers. They trail 4-0, but a chance with 1 swing to get half those runs back or more. With Coteras at second and Council over third. Off the outside corner. Changeup missing. 2-1. Up to 75 pitches, LeBlanc. They're hoping to get at least 6 out of this kid tonight.
This would be some big league pitching if he can get out of this little jam. Well, Wade LeBlanc has really showed me a lot. He looks calm and cool under pressure. Throwing his changeup when he wants to. He's shaken off 3 times. He knows what he wants to throw here.
Torrealba goes out for a visit. They want to make sure they communicate exactly.
Well, didn't see any lip reading there. Covering up with his glove, and Torrealba's got the mask on.
Weeks this year solid with runners in scoring position, a .471 average. 2-2 pitch.
You see, Torrealba did not give a sign, but he gave some hand signs. Shin guard, chest protector, face mask.
So a full count on Weeks. Brewers 2 men in scoring position.
Change up here.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He's gotten him 3 times tonight. And the changeup had him out in front. A big strikeout for LeBlanc. He pitches out of trouble in the 5th. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more left for the Brewers at the halfway mark in this one. The Padres 4 and the Brewers nothing. Beautiful pictures brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Yeah, Wade LeBlanc ducking troubles again. Now Davis goes to work in the 5th inning on a base hit to center field as Chase Headley drives it sharply for his first hit tonight.
Well, Doug Davis has been throwing so much slop up there tonight, and good slop at that. He's pitching a gem, except for that 1 inning in the 4th. But first pitch fastball, Chase Headley saying, I'm going to jump all over it. I don't want to see that cutter. I don't want to see that curveball or changeup. I think Rick Peterson, the pitching coach for the Brewers, on the horn down to that Brewer bullpen.
Davis has just delivered his 100th pitch of the game. Jeff Suppan warming up again. Scott Hairston struck out, safe on an error that started that 4-run 4th inning. Ball that he smashed sharply to the third baseman Counsell. There's the strike. So of the 4 runs scored for the Padres, 3 will be earned. That one didn't break.
Yeah, it looks like Davis may be losing a touch a little bit. That curveball well out of the strike zone, not even close. Usually when he's missed with that tonight, it's been like down and in or in the dirt.
Headley at first, and the 2-1 pitch. Misses the corner outside. Try to fade that one away. Fastball. 3-1. Three and 2. Just nibbled the outside edge. Little slider. That one's hit to right center and it will fall for a hit. Headley running all the way will make it easily to third. Throw comes into second. Runners at the corners. No one out here in the 5th inning as Hairston picks up the hit. And that'll bring Ken Maka out of the Milwaukee dugout, and he's going to go to the bullpen and Jeff Supan.
Well, there's that cutter fighting it off, and Chase Headley. That's why it's so important to get that secondary lead. Pitch is coming, shuffle, shuffle, recognize it. It's going to dump in there. Oh, sure, I'll take the extra 90 feet. Thank you very much. Another rally in the works here.
So with a score of 4-0, Milwaukee makes a pitching change, brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson. Always country first. Lolita's restaurant at the park, where you can enjoy that wonderful evening, and you can have happy hour 7 days a week at Lolita's. Supan. Those are ugly numbers for this veteran right-hander. And Kyle Blanks takes a strike. 35 years of age. Graduated from high school up in Southern California at Los Angeles Crespi Carmelites. Ground ball up the middle, off the ankle of the pitcher Supan. That's a fair ball. 1 run scores. Throw back to second, and not in time. As Scott Hairston almost took too big a turn, and Kyle Blanks whistles one back through the middle and picks up an RBI, his 10th of the year. There's the ability of Headley to read that blue base hit by Hairston, make it to third, so he scores on that ankle single.
Oh, that ball hit so sharply, didn't even have time to say hockey suit. Now the trainer's going to come out and take a look at Supan's ankle. And Scott Hairston just gets back in time. That's got to hurt. I mean, come on. One hopper.
Cold night.
Oh.
35-year-old bones.
Yeah. One hopper just above the ankle. And you know, that's his push-off ankle. Sometimes that will affect the pitcher. I mean, even the landing ankle would be smarts, but sometimes pitchers won't get the same push off the mound, and then you alter your delivery, and then everything gets out of whack.
See the score in the background. The Dodgers in a dismal slump at the moment, trailing the Pirates 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning at Dodger Stadium. Satisfied that he's okay, Supan will continue. Oscar Salazar in the starting lineup again tonight. Struck out and singled in a run in the 4th inning. singled through the hole on the left side.
How about this offense for the Padres? Yesterday during the day game in Florida, they scored 5 in the 5th, and tonight 4 in the 4th.
Still no one out. First and second. There's another shot to center. That's going to fall. Holding at second was Hairston, and he'll have to stop right there at third. So bases loaded as Salazar comes up with a couple of hits tonight. Bases full for Torrealba. The Padres, 10 hits tonight. Blistering attack. Single, 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 single.
Kind of sounds like my wallet after a 10-day road trip. A lot of singles in there.
Yeah.
Or at Beer Fest tomorrow night, probably a lot of singles will be here.
Oh, yeah. Human and monetarily. Yeah, they're expecting quite a turnout for our first beer tasting night, our Beer Fest. I hope you've made your plans.
Padres trying to pour it on tonight.
Yeah. Tap out another single and you get another run. Well, who's having that barrel of fun so far? 5-0 at San Diego. Hairston at third, Blanks at second, and Salazar at first. 4 consecutive singles in the inning. No one out. Two and 0.
I didn't get a chance to go over the Suppan pitches, but being a starter in the past, 4-pitch pitcher, a fastball, a curveball, a change, and a split. Really doesn't work the 2-seamer all that often. Pretty much 4-seam fastballs. But when he gets ahead, he wants to try to maybe throw that split-finger fastball down and out of the zone, have guys fish after it.
But with the bases loaded and 2-0 the count, he throws a strike. Torrealba patiently looking for something else. He's walked and singled in a run and scored himself in the 4th. Infield, except for Fielder playing back, they'll give up a run for a double play. Two and one the pitch. 3-1, and now the pressure on Suppan to throw a strike. Well, the Padres will get another run. Strike right at the knees.
That's a good pitch. Pitcher's pitch.
Runners take their lead. Bases full. 3-2. Line to left. Base hit. Another single. And another 2 more runs will score. And the Padres build their lead to 7-0. Torrealba with a 3 RBI night. He plates Hairston and Blanks.
Well, the Padres having some fun to this first night of the homestand. Suppan elects to go with a breaking ball, and Torrealba, you can see, catches it out in front, off the end of the bat, but elevated, enabling him to put it over the infielders' heads. Got a nice little merry-go-round working tonight on the base pass for San Diego. Another huge inning.
5 straight singles. First and second, LeBlanc. Swing and a miss. He's going for a 3-for-3 night, and maybe more. Last time a Padre pitcher delivered 3 hits in a game, Woody Williams 4 years ago against the Giants. LeBlanc with a couple of infield hits tonight. That last swing was almost greedy. Loop to left. Is that going to fall? Yes! He has a 3-for-3 night. Runners move up 90. Oh, my. Wade LeBlanc. Swinging infield hit. Swinging bunt. Then the butcher chop single in the 4th. And now a looper to left. A 3-for-3. What in the name of Josh Johnson is going on here?
You know, I was thinking of left-handed pitchers for the San Diego Padres who could really swing that shillelagh, and I was thinking of Tim Lawler. Tim Lawler had some punch in that bat, and Wade LeBlanc is having himself a night.
So bases still full of Padres. Back to the top of the order. Now, this is a rare inning. 6 consecutive singles. Headley, Hairston, Blanks, Salazar, Torrealba, and LeBlanc. Strike. So 6 runs now charged to Davis, 5 of those earned. The rest will be on Supan's book. Off speed outside, and 1-1 the count. For the Padres in the 4th, 4 runs on 4 hits. Here in the 5th, 3 more on 6 consecutive hits. And Jerry Hairston looking for more. Fouls it away. Well, this is the start of the second homestand. Remember what happened on the start of the first. Opening day. Padres had on their hitting clothes, and before the dust cleared against the Atlanta Braves, they had scored 17 runs on 19 hits. Change up low, 2-2. So Josh Johnson, in case you weren't with us earlier in the week, a 10-1 win for the Marlins on Monday night down in Florida, and the pitcher not only twirled a 3-hitter, but he had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Here's Wade LeBlanc, no RBIs, but 3 singles this evening. Chop off home plate, and that'll go foul.
You know, speaking of Wade LeBlanc, he's come a long way working with that bat. I remember seeing him last year. Really didn't have the best swing, but he's a pretty darn good athlete. Just putting the ball in play, hitting it solid, and taking chances that way. We talk about it every single year. If you've got guys on the pitching staff who can hit a little bit, that's the difference between a manager possibly having a pinch hitter come up and you're getting taken out of a game, or being able to put the ball in play will prolong your outing.
Hairston waits the 2-2 pitch. Loop to center. Is that going to fall too? Oh my. Another run. It's 8-0. Kill him with kindness singles. Like wedge shots to the green. Find where you want the pin. How about just beyond shortstop and in front of center field, and lay it up there for an easy par.
He gets jammed with a fastball, and as a pitcher, you're thinking, okay, I made my pitch. We're going to get an out here. Bases are still going to be loaded, but placed perfectly out in shallow center field for the safety.
Some crooked numbers up there. 4 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, and an 8-0 advantage for the Padres. A remarkable inning of 7 consecutive singles, still no one out, and the bases remain loaded as Hairston drives in his 2nd run of the night.
I'm sure people are rifling through the record books to find out how many singles in a row. What type of record is that?
Line foul down the right field side. Eckstein hit by a pitch, fly to center, and looped an RBI double into right. Not exactly a lot of ripping line drive singles. They're more on the finesse side. But they all count. 8-0 on 13 hits. Outside, 1-2.
Well, you ask and you shall receive. Consecutive hits in a game by the Padres. 8. They've done it twice. The last time was at Pittsburgh back in 1994. 8 knocks in a row. Are you kidding me?
Were they all singles? We don't know.
We don't know.
Foul. Watch out. Well, 7 in a row tonight. And an 8-run game, the only Padre without a hit is the one you'd figure would have a hit, Adrian Gonzalez. Ground ball, should be 2. And the Brewers turn it over as another run scores. Second double play of the night. 6-4-3. Escobar, Weeks, and Fielder. No RBI for Eckstein as Torrealba comes in. Well, it certainly makes a nice clean scoring line. 4 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th. 9-0. LeBlanc over at third. 2 outs. And Gonzalez, the 9th man to bat in this 5th inning. See if he joins this list of hitters tonight. Hairston with 2, Eckstein 1, Headley and Hairston and Blanks with 1, 2 for Salazar, 2 Torrealba, and 3 for the pitcher LeBlanc. Adrian is flying to left, grounded to first, and grounded into a double play. Weak swing at a change. Had him fooled. One ball. And 2 strikes to count. Scoreboard finally catching up. 1 and 2. First of a 7-game homestand. Padres looking for their 7th consecutive win here at home. Tomorrow night, same time, 7:05, then 5:35 on Saturday night. Out of play. Sunday, usual 1:05 time. Again, Beer Fest night tomorrow night. Jersey, the CY Chris Young jersey on Saturday night, and photo day and the Padre photo frame on Sunday. Lots to look forward to. Hit the left center field and playable. Back goes Gomez to make the catch, and the inning is over. 9 men bat. It's singles night here at Petco. Count them: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals 5 runs and a 9-0 lead. 9-0 Padre lead. A reminder on Sunday, Padres Photo Day presented by Sony. Your chance to take photos of your favorite Padres before the game, and you'll get a picture frame as well. Everyone in attendance. 619, of course, the number 795-5555, or go online, Padres.com. We'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday, Padres Photo Day. Keith Bell there posing with a young fan. Wade LeBlanc, 15 straight scoreless innings this left-hander has thrown. He's dodged problems tonight, goes into the 6th inning. And there's a high drive to center by Gomez. Hairston playing it perfectly, 1 away.
You know what's great about those photo days, Dick? Till this day, like today, people will come up to me and they'll show me a photo back when I was wearing that bad brown and orange uniform.
Right.
And they're little kids. Now they're grown up and they have kids.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's
they
pretty
save
cool.
them. No, they save them. It's a precious piece of memorabilia for a kid. I mean, he's got a favorite player, and all you young kids out there, you know.
Yeah.
Is it Headley? Is it Gonzalez? Maybe LeBlanc. And you come out and you pose with him, and suddenly the wheels turn, and you're 25 years old, and you still got that picture.
Yep.
You know? It's like my son is 45 years old now, and he still has on the wall of his house up in Sacramento area a Nolan Ryan no-hitter game that he scored when he was 13, 14 years old, and he got Nolan to sign it. I mean, that's a proud possession. Yeah, can they get out Ryan Braun? He is doubled and singled tonight. He'll be followed by Prince Fielder. The game started, at least from Milwaukee's point of view, in a squirrely fashion. Gomez doubles and Braun followed with a double. They didn't get any run because Gomez got picked off second by LeBlanc. Skips that one in, 2-2. They've had 3 innings, the Brewers, where they've had at least 2 hits, but unable to get one around to score. Three and 2. Well, the 9-0 lead is just what manager Buddy Black would have ordered tonight, to have a game where your starting pitcher can go at least 6. They're hoping LeBlanc, a tired bullpen, rest that pen. Nubbed off the head of the bat right to Gonzalez. Played the spin, and they get Braun unassisted. First baseman. 2 out, and Prince Fielder. If you had taken the height of his 2 fly ball outs and straightened them out, he might have hit one on the top of the Western Metal Supply Company building.
He's one of those guys that he takes that big swing, he just misses, gets under it a little bit. He's going to hit the high pop fly, but if he squares up on it, it will go a long way.
You talk about Lou Gehrig and Cal Ripken, the Iron Men of this game. Somewhat surprising that this fellow in the batter's box has the current longest consecutive game streak. 207th game. That's the longest of any active player in the major leagues.
You know, I look at that Cal Ripken streak, and it's like, why wouldn't Earl Weaver give the kid a day off, like into a 2nd year or 3rd year? You know, he just kept the streak going.
2-1 on Fielder. Well, for one, Cal Ripken didn't want to sit down. And his dad, remember, was the third base coach of the Orioles in those years as well. And he had some little inside get to the coach, to the manager. Don't take him out. Ground ball with a shift on. Next time running out into right field, can't get there, and Fielder has his first hit.
Well, there's a perfect opportunity also for Wade LeBlanc to challenge these Brewer hitters with the 9-0 lead. Hey, if Prince Fielder hits a home run, well, you still have an 8-run lead. Go right after these guys.
Brings up Corey Hart, a long out to right, and a single for Hart. LeBlanc has scattered 7 hits tonight, while the Padres, with that 7-hit 5th inning, have totaled 13. Well, the pitching matchups, the rest of the series, fans. Tomorrow night, you'll see Clayton Richard go for his first win against Dave Bush. Matt Latos will be on the mound Saturday night against Giovanni Gallardo. And then on Sunday, John Garland off a terrific effort down in Florida. He's now 2-2. 105 start against ex-Padre left-hander Randy Wolf. And then Colorado comes in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. And the 1-2 pitch. Bounce to short. Charge. Hairston. Whoa, what a nice pickup. Oh, he couldn't quite dig it out. Gonzalez, the throw. That was a tough hop way out in front. And it'll be an error on Hairston. He made a good play on the charge, but couldn't get enough on the throw and handcuffed Gonzalez with a bad hop.
I'm going to have to take a look to see if Jerry Hairston had plenty of time to get rid of this ball and maybe kind of square his shoulders. Yeah, he did. I'm thinking Jerry wants that one back. Had time to maybe take a little crow hop and square those shoulders just a little bit. And Adrian just couldn't glove it. You're right. It was one of those in-betweeners. It's kind of tough to judge.
Even the Gold Glove couldn't save that one. So 2 on, 2 out. Craig Counsell takes a strike. He doubled into right field. Soft double toward the right field line the last time up. Popped up and playable. Third baseman Headley. Foul territory. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, an error. 2 more left for the Brewers. Bottom of the 6th we go. 9-0. Home team. Diego, a reminder, Subway $5 footlongs taste like a fortune, but they're still just $5. So many favorites like the Blazing Buffalo Chicken, $5. All day, every day, Subway. Eat fresh. Bottom of the 6th inning, Chase Headley, who started the go-around in the last inning, leads it off. And Suppan gets him with a breaking ball.
Boy, does this team just look so relaxed to you? I mean, with pounding out the hits and running the bases, just having fun playing the good old-fashioned game of baseball.
13 singles tonight, producing 9 runs. You know, something that happened in the low spot of the road trip, and there weren't many, as the Padres were 4-2 and should have and could have won that game in Cincinnati on Sunday. Low. But in the Josh Johnson 10-1 game, which was never close, the Marlins had it all the way. The pitcher was outstanding, and Marlins had plenty of runs. We have our microphones down in the dugouts, and we can hear in between innings during commercials what's going on down there, you know, at least in part, the general sounds of the dugout. Headley takes a strike, 2-2. And remember, the game was like 7-0, 8-0. in sixth, seventh inning, and the dugout was like, come on, let's go. Let's pick it up. Now, come on, get on base. Somebody can pick. And it wasn't just Buddy. It was the whole team. Right. There was still an energy down there that said, hey, we're never out of a game. I like that.
And it wasn't false hustle.
There's a looper and caught by the second baseman, Weeks.
You're absolutely right.
So Headley makes the first out here in the sixth inning, and that brings up Scott Hairston. Scored a couple of runs, 1 for 3 tonight. And I think they enjoy the fact that everyone is just waiting for San Diego not to win. You know, like one of the writers, national broadcasters, interviewing Chase Headley and saying, well, how about your fragile first place position? And Headley said, what are you talking about, fragile? It's first place, baby.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the attitude. Yeah, go ahead and count us out. Hey, we believe.
Absolutely. There are many ways you can hold on to first place. You can do it with power. You can do it with singles. You can do it with pitching. Well, the Padres have been doing it with pitching and with some, timely hitting and big innings. I mean, look at this. 4 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth. What's next?
Only because Colorado had 2 4-inning games yesterday in that scoring fest with Arizona. Otherwise, as we got on the plane last night, the Padres led the major leagues in 4-run innings or more. And here they have 2 more tonight. So they know when they start bunching them, good things will happen. And they certainly have learned to play to this park. And those singles tonight are a good indication. Low again. 3-1 to Scott Hairston. He scored twice tonight. Brother Jerry has driven in 2 tonight. That's a good-looking breaking ball. Draws that slider into the strike zone. 3-2.
Well, there's Everett Cabrera. He's wearing the hoodie. He's not playing tonight. He's got that hamstring issue, but the other people picking him up.
There's some concern about that hamstring. And because he's such a competitive guy, they're afraid that if they let him play. Strike 3 called. He knew it. That Cabrera might, push too hard and seriously injure that hamstring. So there's thoughts just to protect him against himself and his nature of wanting to play and play hard. They might put him on the disabled list. That has not been decided as yet. He's not happy in there. He wants to play. Everyone thought it was when he was hitting the kneecap in Cincinnati that was the injury. But it's actually a nagging hamstring pull that's not getting better. It's not serious, but they want it to heal. And in the colder weather, there's all the more danger of him pulling that right hamstring. That one is pulled foul. Kyle Blanks struck out, walked and scored, infield hit and scored. That's a tough pitch to lay off, and Blanks patiently sees it go 2-1. Big curveball.
Suppan, as I mentioned earlier, will throw the changeup and a split finger. Changeup earlier in the count, split finger for the kill with 2 strikes.
So Blanks works the count to 3-1.
You look around to the Milwaukee defense in between pitches with a 9-0 deficit, and there's no energy. And that's what 9-0 will do. So the Padres got him right where they want him.
83 miles an hour, so he didn't get the fastball, but the slider. So 3-2 now to Blanks. And he goes down swinging. So a couple of strikeouts for Suppan in the 6th. We go to the 7th inning. 9-0 Padres. Well, a reminder, fans, you can stretch your dollar at your San Diego Hyundai dealers. You get more MPG, more value, and you double the warranty online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. LeBlanc out there for the 7th inning. Will face Escobar, Gutierrez, and the pitcher's spot.
You know, Dick, just you saying that had a nice ring to it. LeBlanc out there for the 7th inning. To have your starter go deep into a ball game, no matter if it's 9-0 or 0-0, it's got a nice little ring to it. And he's working on a nice little streak himself.
You bet he is. 16 straight innings without allowing a run.
The only run was in the 1st inning of his first start back against the Arizona Diamondbacks, as we see Timmy Stauffer heating up.
Punch foul. Escobar grounded out and flied out tonight. The 7 straight singles logged by the Padres in the 5th inning ties a club record. They 15 years ago against Cincinnati, 7 straight. 1 baggers. Swing and a miss, chasing a bad ball. Escobar.
That's not really good pitch selection to swing at when you're down 9-0, huh? Up around the hat.
That's get in the shower swing.
Yeah. Take a look at this. A breaking ball up around the shoulders.
6 strikeouts for LeBlanc. Gutierrez. He sent a sharp single right back through the middle, almost dehorned the pitcher LeBlanc the last time up. Late call strike on the slider.
Well, I got a second. We have to wish a happy birthday to President and COO Tom Garfinkel. Happy birthday.
He's a Tom Seaver today. 41.
Oh, is he? So after having their party over at Chuck E. Cheese, they came over to the ballpark to take in a big league ball game.
It was a singles party, by the way.
There's Tom.
Congratulations to the Prez.
Is that a clip-on tie? 90% rayon.
He doesn't have that knot up fully very often. He's ready to work. Day isn't long enough for him. Swing and a miss. Gutierrez way out in front. Changed him. Count now full. 3-2. Fly ball slicing into left center. A long run for Scott Hairston. Can't get there. And it bounces into the bullpen for a ground rule double. That had plenty of carry. Contreras has hit a couple of balls really hard tonight.
Yes, he has. And I remember when he was minor league property of the San Diego Padres, that was the book on him. He could hit the ball well. Now the left-handed bat slicing away from Scott Hairston. Boy, he gave it a good effort though, didn't he? Just out of his reach.
So a 1-out double, Contreras. And we'll see whether or not that's going to be it for Wade LeBlanc. He's done a great job, and I'm sure Bud Black is saying, you gave us all we could ask. Way to go. Sorry to take you out. You'd have been 4 for 4 tonight. Deserved applause for LeBlanc as he leaves. Tim Stauffer comes in, and this pitching change brought to you by Discount Tire. For a free tire inspection and air gauge, if you're not satisfied with any of their tires, please feel free to bring it back to them. They'll take care of it. Tim Stauffer is the new Padre pitcher, and this pitching profile brought to you by Mission Fed, proudly supporting our hometown Padres and helping you save money. Open an account today. Mission Fed. Well, Tim Stauffer, those are glossy numbers. 2-0 his record, has not allowed an earned run in 6 games, 10 in the 3rd innings, only 7 hits, and the opposing batting average 189. So Spike on the mound. And Jeff Suppan with that bullpen well worked over in the last couple of games for Milwaukee, and yesterday a 14-inning game. Suppan, he's a starting pitcher anyway, probably said, hey, I don't mind, I'll keep going here. Stauffer 1-1.
Yeah, there's times when a pitcher has to take one for the team. This is probably that night to rest those arms down in that bullpen. And you know what, hey, 9-0 lead for San Diego. Milwaukee might be saying, you know what, we'll still battle, but a loss is a loss. If in fact it stays like this, we got to save some arms in the pen.
And he's not a bad hitter. Swings in sharply, drives the ball to left. You saw that he has 23 career RBIs, and no percentage in trying to score the runner there. Moving to third is Contreras, and Suppan greets Stauffer with a hit.
Great job by Wade LeBlanc. Way to go, lefty. You know, the relief corps of Tim Stauffer out there trying to keep that scoreless inning streak intact. 16 1/3 for Wade LeBlanc. That's his runner out there at third base.
1 out. Infield looks for 2. Ricky Weeks has had a tough night. 3 times up, 3 times struck out by LeBlanc, who didn't walk a man tonight in 6 1/3 innings. Therein lies the story.
Yep.
Gave up some hits, but with no walks, Brewers couldn't scratch out a run until now. Stauffer misses outside. 2-0.
And, you know, if I could just elaborate about Wade LeBlanc a little bit, he carried over what he did in spring training to Portland. In 10 innings at Portland, he only walked one batter. So he's carrying it over to the big league level, and that's huge.
Throwing all his pitches for strikes. Weeks swings through the fastball at 91.
That ball had some serious action on it.
First and third, infield back. Trying to get out of the inning with a double play. That's a strike at 91. Well directed at the knees.
Well, here's another guy that's made great strides, Tim Stauffer. The arm strength is back. His pitches are more crisp. Hitting his spots with regularity. The curveball, good tilt on the curveball.
And that went in the dirt. So 3-2. Fly ball down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is foul. Salazar hustling over to see that bound into that little piece of foul pie down in the right field corner by the 322 sign. Right, someone keeping score, part of the fun of this game. And as we've told you before, the Blueprint, which is the free score book. It's not just a scorecard, a book with articles, interesting information, and a scorecard. And of course, that's free of charge. Every admission, you get that. Ooh, just a little low, and the bases are full. There, it's cover showing Blanks and Venable, Tony Gwynn in a happy moment, the amazing opener. And a reminder that when you come out to the ball yard and they hand out the Blueprint, there it is. No charge. Now, what ball club does that? Gives you the scorecard. Look at it. It's got everything in here.
It's a pretty nice scorecard, too. By the way, who taught you how to keep score as a kid?
Oh, I think my parents.
Really?
My mother even kept score.
Really?
She loved baseball. My grandfather, father. I mean, it's handed down. I think that's the beauty of the game we love.
And there's no one set way to keep score. And that's another beautiful thing about keeping score at a ball game. Everybody has their own little system.
Yeah, ask Phil Rizzuto. Fouled out of play. And that story is true about Rizzuto. It's been oft told. But when I was back doing the Angel games, we were in Yankee Stadium, and I went my inning. I had seventh inning off, and Drysdale called the seventh. So I left the broadcast booth to go back to the euphemism, and I ran into Phil Rizzuto as I came back out. Ooh, that one, a 50-foot bouncer. And I said, I used to take my scorebook with me because I didn't want to miss anything. So I came out, and two batters had gone by while I was out. I said, Phil, what'd you have on so-and-so and so-and-so? And he looked at his book, and it was WW. And I said, what's that? He said, wasn't watching. So everyone has their own way. Yeah. Ground ball to second. Could be two. It is. And LeBlanc's shutout string continues as Stauffer throws a double play ball. Neatly turned next time to Hairston to Gonzalez. Wade LeBlanc appreciates that and the work of his catcher tonight. The rhythm of a perfect double play. Man of the game brought to you by Fan Diego, your energy savings expert. For locations, visit fandiego.com. And fans for ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. Well, after Stauffer induced Gomez to hit into the double play ball, there's young LeBlanc and the veteran catcher Torrealba, 31 years of age. The veteran, said, sometimes, kid, you just be patient. Good things will happen for you. And no one can be happier for a pitcher than the man who has been calling the shots. And that relationship starts from day one of spring training. And it was one of the emphasis, one of the points of Buddy Black. You catchers and pitchers, I want you to be brethren. That was a nice moment.
Absolutely.
So the final line on LeBlanc: 6 1/3, no runs, 8 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Oscar Salazar, 2 for 3 tonight. Struck out and then singled in a run in the 4th, singled and scored in the 5th. 2 runs scored by Salazar. Suppan fell into that deep hole in the 5th inning when he came in to relieve Doug Davis, and the singles parade continued. Ground ball chopped on one hop to the third baseman. Counsell across, and there's one away. So Suppan has settled down since the Padres rolled a 5 in the 5th and is now retired 6 in a row. Yorvi Torrealba walked, singled in a run, singled in 2 in the 5th, so he's a perfect 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in tonight.
You mentioned Jeff Suppan and coming out of the bullpen and finding a rhythm. He lost his starting job after a couple of rough outings. Opponents were hitting .370 off of Jeff Suppan, so he has to get his stuff right out of that bullpen, get an opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, he was demoted by Ken Maka, and he had chance to prove himself, and that's what he's going through now. This is the time to show he's working here as if he were the starting pitcher. Now into his 3rd inning. Good off speed. He got it. 3rd strikeout for Suppan. Torrealba in his last 4 at bats had homered, walked, singled and singled, driving in 4 runs. So a nice little stretch for the veteran catcher, getting to start for 2 consecutive games. Tim Stauffer bats for himself. Wade LeBlanc made some noise. Didn't hit it hard, but was 3 for 3. Couple of infield hits and a blooper to left. Good cut by Tim. He's had 2 at bats, looking for his first hit of the season. So the Padres with a 9-0 lead, just 6 outs away from their 7th straight at home, 7th straight win. 2-2 to Stauffer. Giants not scheduled tonight, so a win would give them Padres a 1.5 lead. On the corner, strike 3. So 4 strikeouts now for Suppan, as he now has retired 7 in a row. We go to the 8th inning, 9-0. All-Star game is coming up. We invite you to attend the 2010 MLB All-Star Fan Fest. It'll run from July 9 through July 13th. Anaheim Convention Center. Fan Fest is the world's largest interactive baseball theme park, so you can bring the entire family, participate in baseball clinics, get free autographs. There's so much to do. Visit MLB.com for your MLB All-Star Fan Fest tickets. Grandparents, parents, the kids, everyone can enjoy. Ryan Braun, 2 for 3 tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. Chases 1 and 2. Well, with LeBlanc going 6 1/3 and not allowing a run, his ERA down to infinitesimal 0.52. How's that for filling in for your ace? Chris Young pitches 1 game, gets the win, a shutout.
Once again, taking advantage of the opportunity.
Strike on the outside corner, and it has been that wide strike, and Braun doesn't like it. And plate umpire Hernandez, when they take off the mask, it's probably a good idea to U-turn. And Braun realizes that further debate is not going to accomplish anything.
Well, you know what? It's been a liberal strike zone all night, and it's pretty much both ways. So we take a look at this breaking ball.
Prince Fielder fouls this one back. He has a single and 3 at-bats. 9 hits for this Milwaukee Brew crew. And they are a team that is hitting, coming in 279 as a team. Padres are 243. Another high fly ball to the outfield. Scott Hairston. Well, tomorrow Bob Uecker will be in a Milwaukee hospital for aortic valve replacement, and here he is, Warren Spahn, the great left-hander for the Braves, and Uecker behind the plate. And as Uecker said when they scouted him, watch this catch. Just makes it look so easy.
Oh, that's great.
Uecker, we wish him, he's such a grand guy and so naturally humorous, and he's been kidding about the whole operation, that everything's going to be fine. He'll be back in uniform, wants to be playing in August.
Yeah, we wish him well.
We surely do. Chop toward third. And the inning is over as Corey Hart bounces out Headley to Gonzalez. 1, 2, 3. Stauffer works the 8th inning. And welcome back to Kenberg Mark Grant at Petco Park, the opening game of a 7-game homestand. Padres looking for their 7th consecutive win. And a reminder, fans, if you like golf and you want to visit 4SD.com, powered by Sign On San Diego, and enter the Ultimate Golf Experience Sweepstakes. Do it tonight. Line to the shortstop. He can't catch it cleanly. He picks it up and throws and gets him. Ball was hit so hard by Hairston that there still was time for the defense to make the play.
That ball was tattooed. I don't know if that ball is knuckling or had some serious spin on it. It may have hit Escobar. Oh, look at the little kitties.
Keeping their ears warm. The Tiger and the Lion.
And they got the flannels out tonight. A perfect night for that. It's a hot coffee and peanut butter cookie night.
There's a swing by Eckstein, and he hits that ball deep to left field, and not quite deep enough. A step from the warning track, Braun to make the catch. Oh, Eckstein didn't quite pull it enough.
A little smile on David's face there. Picking out that one pitch and turning on it.
Well, after that 7 consecutive singles, 4 of them allowed by Supan out of the bullpen. Then he got the double play and a fly ball, and then retired the side in order in the last 2 innings and 2 in a row here. So in essence, he really has 11 straight outs. And here's the man, the only Padre with an 0 for tonight. 0 for 4 for Adrian. Everyone else in the lineup with a base hit in this 13-hit night. Nothing here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs. Brewers not employing the shift. Broken bat looper on the infield, and the shortstop Escobar squeezes it, and it's another 1-2-3 frame for Supan. To the 9th we go. 9-0 San Diego. And welcome back to Petco with 16,696 on this opener of the homestand. Top of the 9th inning. Craig Counsell, Alcides Escobar, and George Katiris, the hitters for Milwaukee. As the Padre pitchers working on a 9-hit shutout. High fly ball. Hairston has been busy tonight. Another catch. Well, this comparison is brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. And regrettably, we offer this comparison of Trevor Hoffman, and I was hopeful this would be a close game and he'd be able to come in and get an opportunity to save. One of the most popular Padres in history. 1.83 his ERA last year, only 4 blown saves. Already this year, 4 blown saves, including back-to-back against Pittsburgh prior to coming here to San Diego. ERA inflated and 6 home runs allowed already, and only 2 all of last year.
And the first thing that I would say to that is that nobody cares more than that man right there, Trevor Hoffman, wanting to win for his team. Sure, the saves are nice, but that's the bottom line. He wants to go out and change those numbers around, and the numbers don't lie. And here's my thought on that, why you see those numbers.
Stauffer head of the count 1-2 to Escobar.
Trevor has to throw the fastball with command, and if he doesn't, if he throws the changeup, guys will just spin on it.
Deep at short is Hairston. The long throw. He got him. What a play. Oh my. Hairston wound up in foul territory, running at full bore into the hole and continuing to run into foul territory, made that quarterback throw.
Well, it's nice to know when Everett Cabrera is on the shelf, Jerry Hairston can play a very good shortstop. Going away from the play and a little bit of fuzz on that throw across the diamond to get him.
Brewers down to their final out. Gutierrez.
You wouldn't know that the score is 9-0. Now you're thinking that Jerry Hairston is trying to preserve a 1-1 tie in the 9th to prevent that go-ahead runner to get on base.
I didn't think he had any chance of throwing him out.
Right there with you.
Escobar runs well, and he had no chance to plant and gun the throw across. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over as Tim Stauffer works 2 2/3 innings of shutout ball as he continues to be very stingy in his efforts. And Wade LeBlanc gets his 2nd win of the year, and the Padres have won 7 in a row at home and 11 of their last 13 games. The final score, San Diego 9-0. Mission accomplished at Petco tonight. And we'll be right back with a final totals and analysis as the Padres win impressively on this first of the homestand.